Ray Binkowski, standing in Hy-Vee in Sycamore, Illinois with Lisa Brandt.
Hey everybody.
And today we thought we'd kind of do a video on dietitian versus trainer, fall favorites. That's what I called it, by the way.
Yes, you just came up with that.
I did. So what do you have, Lisa?
So you told me to pick 3 of my things that I think everybody should get on board with this fall.
Okay.
And it is apple season, and there's wonderful orchards out there, and we have apples here in the store, of course. Apples, you know, I know they're a simple staple that everybody eats apples, but they're great as a snack, especially if you throw some peanut butter on them. They're quick, they're mobile, they're ready to go, they're high in fiber, they're full of some vitamin C and other nutrients, so just always a good snack with an apple. The next thing I have is any squash. I picked an acorn squash today, but last night we did a class with spaghetti squash. It was awesome, by the way. Any squash you can get, just bake it in the oven, real simple, real easy for fall, and great. All that color in there means there's different nutrients, there's antioxidants, there's phytochemicals in there, all kinds of good stuff in your squash. And then I actually have 4 things. I also have pumpkin.
Somebody didn't follow the rules.
Which goes
That's
with
fine.
the acorn squash. Pumpkin, canned pumpkin. You guys, you could throw canned pumpkin, 1 can of pumpkin and 1 cake mix it together, bake it in the oven. You have a chocolate cake with canned pumpkin. That's all you do. It's really quick and easy. And canned pumpkin is full of fiber and a bunch of cancer-fighting antioxidants and phytonutrients. So great stuff in beta-carotene as well. Great stuff in pumpkin. You can also add it to smoothies. You can throw it in your oatmeal, which brings me to my next item, is a hot breakfast. It's a time of year now where we're getting ready to do hot breakfast, and everybody's like, I don't have time for a hot breakfast. You can make these pancakes and then freeze them and then put them in the toaster as you need them.
What's nice about that?
Well, this one's a protein-packed one, and this buttermilk one is really good. I like this brand a lot, and you can even spread a little peanut butter, roll them up, and take them on the go with you. You can do a lot with it. Oatmeal, you can make overnight oats. It wouldn't be hot, but you can still make overnight oats in your refrigerator, which is real quick and easy. Or I make a big batch on the weekend, and then I pull some out every morning, put it in a glass container, heat it up in my microwave.
How do you keep it from not drying out? Do you add more water or
I
milk?
add milk to it. Like I add a little almond milk to it, and then I'll throw some nuts in. I'll do a little bit of Greek yogurt on top and mix that all together.
And then you'll
so
nuke
it's real
it?
creamy. No. I'll just nuke it by itself.
And then add that?
And then add those things
Okay.
at the table. So these are kind of some of my favorite fall picks.
Now, do you have an opinion? You grabbed the quick oats. Do you have an opinion on steel cut versus quick?
Nutrition-wise, they're pretty much the same. It's more of a texture thing. I like the steel cut because I like things a little more crunchy, so I do like that. They take longer to cook, though.
Okay.
And that one you certainly would want to make. I make it on the weekend, and then I have it all week. Just use it later, right?
So that's
heat it up.
That's a question I get a lot is, do I have to get the slow cook or the steel cut oats? And the
Whatever
answer is, as Lisa said, the nutrients are the same.
Right.
And your time is a premium.
Right. So it's whatever works for you.
And I like the idea of making that on the weekend and then portioning it out for the week.
Right, I like that too. And I like the steel cut because I like the texture and the crunchiness. I enjoy that. So that's why I picked that one. But this is what I grabbed right today.
All right, I went with a fall theme, kind of. Everything is orange. Sweet potato, they tend to be seasonal, although I think probably because of greater awareness of the difference in starches or carbs, we're starting to see sweet potatoes year-round and readily available at most grocery chains, especially here at the Hy-Vee in Sycamore. I like sweet potatoes because they're going to be a little better for you than a white potato or a red potato or a russet or whatever it might be. And the other thing is, you know, they're a little bit on the sweet side, so for people that tend to favor the more sweet foods, sometimes this will help scratch that sweet tooth or that sweet itch. Using a Veggetti or the spiralizer or something similar, we've taken these at home and run the potato through the spiralizer and made chips out of it. You can bake it, you can saute it in olive oil, you can hit it with some salt, you can hit it with some cinnamon. It's a great, again, you can go with the salty or you can go with the sweet, but it's kind of something that's good for you that gives a little bit of that, you know, sweet flavor or salty flavor.
Tons of beta-carotene in there.
Lots of beta-carotene, that's why it's orange, right?
Yes, that's why.
I like portable, so I picked the Quest protein bar. I picked the pumpkin bar because it's seasonal. Any of the Quest bars, they tend to be higher in fiber, a moderate amount of protein, lower on the calorie side, very portable, great with a cup of coffee in the morning, great with a filling, great with a cup of coffee out of the Starbucks window when you're driving to work in the morning. Again, you can find these at Hy-Vee or at FitWorkz. What's the new one?
I was just telling everybody, the oatmeal chocolate chip is super good.
Oatmeal chocolate chip is a newer flavor.
It's a new flavor.
It's
We
popular.
just got in. Yep, it's very good.
And then I picked a pumpkin.
We
Why?
both pick pumpkin.
Well, mine's not in a can.
I know.
I went paleo or natural. I picked a pumpkin not so much for the pumpkin, which I would like to cook with the pumpkin from an actual plant instead of a can sometime. I've never actually done that, but the seeds. So when you look at,
that's good.
I like engaging kids and involving them. So when you involve kids with carving pumpkins for the Halloween holiday, if you keep the seeds, you can bake them in, wash them, strain them, whatever, bake them in the oven, dash them with salt, ranch, chipotle, cinnamon, anything like that. But it's a great way to bring the kids into the kitchen, engage them, teach them about food, and then also, again, back to the portable, just like with the protein bar, the seeds work real nice in a small plastic container, Tupperware, Gladware, or even a baggie, and you can take them with you in the car, in the minivan to travel soccer, gymnastics, dance, anything like that, or you can top salads. I mean, there's a lot of uses you can get out of it, but the biggest thing I like is you can kind of pull the kids into the kitchen, and you can have a healthy discussion about food that isn't related to weight loss. A lot of times that's where we end up focusing our food discussion, but now we can have a discussion about food that doesn't involve
Well, some of these
loss.
littler pumpkins and pumpkin pie pumpkins, you can even just chunk that up and roast that with some other vegetables that you have, some other root vegetables or some other squash.
So now there's
and do like a combination.
pumpkin pie pumpkin. What's a pumpkin pie pumpkin?
Well, that's usually what we use to make pumpkin pies from.
How do you know that? Does it say somewhere?
Well, it does say, we have some that say pumpkin pie pumpkin.
Are they smaller? I'm serious. I
They're
don't know.
small. They're almost this shape. Maybe some are a little bigger. They're not the big jack-o'-lantern carving pumpkins.
Okay. So if you're going to do something, because I do want to try, selfishly I'm asking for myself, I would want a smaller pumpkin that says pumpkin pie.
Yeah, usually there's pumpkin pie pumpkins because it's got a meaty flesh in there that's used to make what
stuff
canned
that's in the
pumpkin would
filling.
be. Those big jack-o'-lantern pumpkins that you see that kids carve, they're kind of stringy and not really ideal for making pumpkin pie.
Okay, so there you go. We learned something about pumpkins. I'm Ray Binkowski. This is Lisa Brandt.
I'm Lisa Brandt.
We're in the Hy-Vee in Sycamore, Illinois. We have our next event on October
12th.
So if you're local, stop out. We're going to be doing some fall harvest recipes. You get to sample some food, taste some great things, leave with some recipes, share a few laughs.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, you guys. We always have a lot of fun at the class. They're well attended, and people always tell us what fun they had. So please come out and join us. It's a lot of fun.
And then watch online here on Facebook, eatbycolor.com, our YouTube channel. We almost always post the recipes that we make. I'll probably post some pertaining to the stuff we discussed today. And if you want to stay on top of that, be first to know, eatbycolor.com. Thank you.
Have a great day.